Oh, welcome back to Newbie Challenge. That's what I'm calling it anyway. This is trying to survive 2 years. So that'll be spring of year 3, early spring year 3, on Newbie version 4, using just in-game stuff plus the Massey pack. Well, I don't think I used anything from the Massey pack, so I probably needn't bother to put that in. Now, the big problem here is all the prices are very, very low. And when I say very, very low, I mean very low. What I'm doing here, I'm just trying to level this out, but I keep breaching, as you might have seen right at the start, on the humps. I'm just trying to level this out, get this up to about 50% compaction, then we're going to get some more grass. I have done some since you were last with us. I finished off field 10. I think it's called field 11, sorry. I'm thinking the earlier version of this map. Field 11, and I'm now on the big meadow. I'm about between a third and a half way through it, I would say. So we've still got a fair bit to do there. And we're just trying to get this up to about 50%, then we're gonna go and get some more. And I don't like to leave it too long between, flatten it off a bit, and I think we might pass before we go back. It's just to fill up with some diesel. Looking at the fuel tank on this thing. Now that's one of my biggest costs. It's actually going to be diesel, because with one tractor only, it's used a lot. Diesel and maintenance are going to be some of the bigger costs to this. Now, normally I'll be flattening this out with a front weight on, but I haven't got a front weight on because I just dropped the mower off in the meadow, showing how far I got on there, and the there we are. There's the pottinger up at the top there. Just try and level some of this into that corner. I think we're getting there now. This is a long process. Now I'm still playing with the idea of getting a telehandler from the Modern Classics pack. Now it might just throw me completely out on money, but I just think that to speed things up a little bit. Alright, well, I think we're getting there now. Just try and come down this, go up and down the sides a bit. 45%. Try and get a little bit further away from the wall than what we were. We're a bit too close to it. 46, we're getting there. Oh, I think that almost do. We're just spin around the centre a bit. That sometimes helps. Not quite the centre, because we try and do dead centre. Because this hasn't got the best turn circle in the world, we just go around a couple of times like this. Alright. It's almost, that's a do. I think we're going, take it into this corner, back out again, get into the cab ready. I'll fill up with juice and I'll pick the pottinger back up. Now I'm trying to do most of this by hand, and one thing I am refusing to do by hand, because I've already done it several times, was I was seeing how possible this challenge is load the BGA. So I've got Courseplay on to do that. I think we only got 2 items, or 1 item left to buy, and I think that's a water tank, and I'm not doing it until we actually really need it. We aren't going to need a pit there because we're not going to be growing anything except grass and more grass and more grass. We have the oh dear, I've got another tickle. Second video I made today, so my voice is beginning to suffer a bit. I'm trying to catch up a bit on videos. Anyway, I was saying, let's have a quick look now how bad the prices are on this map. Especially the one thing we're going to be producing a lot of, which is silage. £43 there. Muck we can put into BGA, that's 17. And slurry, but we haven't got any form of transport and slurry from the cattle to the BGA, so we can't do that anyway. Worst come to worst, we will buy a cheap splash plate slurry spreader and use it on the land if we have to. But at the moment we are doing the my favourite system, which is using the weed a lot. Right, I don't think we need that on there. Keep it to 4-wheel drive. But we don't need the diff lock in there. If we had to put the diff lock in to actually get over the bunker, get around the bunker properly. So far we haven't had to actually put too much into the cattle, but I think we will run out of power food before we're done, so it will be silage, and we will then have to make some hay, which will mean a tedder. As we're using seeds, well, we could tip it into a barn because the hay loose, so there's no need to get anything else much. We will need a rake off, we have to tedder. We will see how things go. We might be alright. There is still some bales, of course, of straw and hay up on the top meadow. And it is a terrible day. Look at the mist and fog here. I'm not using a geo, if I remember correctly, on this one. This one is just straightforward. No, we've got to try and find out what I do with that now. What I always do, as soon as I hit on here, I drop the pickup and start the forage wagon, because if there's any bits I missed, this is a good opportunity for any of picking them up. No, somewhere up ahead here, and I think here, as you can see it, there's the mower. This is the old system I used to use a lot on 13. That's, I don't know if I put in I think I might have this on GPS. Now, before someone says there's no GPS on this tractor, there is no. Oh yeah. That's it. That looks right. So of course what I'm doing is missing every other row or every few rows because they turn the circle again. There we are. Right. Switch it on. Let's get done here. Oh, a bit further up than I thought on this. I'm just gonna do it so I can see how far we got. The one boot you doing grass because we don't have to plough, cultivate or seed, we just keep going. So we missed one there, so we'll have to do another one closer to the hedge, but I think we've got another couple of loads of grass to go as yet. I think I shall plan it out off screen. I'll do most of it off screen. I'll do some of it on screen because I'm not going to let you get away with that. If I'm stuck here going backs and forwards, up and down, side to side in that bunker, you're gonna catch some of it too. I think it's only fair. But this is a nice little challenge. It's got me thinking. I was going to say outside the box, but I'm not certain what that really means. I'm never in a box. But it's set me thinking like how to do this. And one of the beauties is because you have grass again, all map it gets wet. In real life, at wood you wouldn't mow it when it's very wet, because it just clogged the mower up and clogged the pickups on the forage wagon up. But we're not playing realistic. We're just playing to have a little bit of fun. And I like a challenge. And this is certainly a challenge. Oh, about half full, or come to half full on the forage wagon. Oh, we're now half full, we're over half full now. I do another one out towards the hedge and we start picking up some of this inside here. Because the medals this time round only had 2 applications of fertiliser, because they had no fertiliser applied. Let's be honest. They have been weeded twice. Once when I first took over the map, and once before I start to harvest. But next time they'll get a third. They'll still only be weeded twice, but this, what we're doing now, will count. That's the first fertiliser level. Yeah, we missed it this time. I think we need to go in here. I have actually got I've got this on course play, but I'm not going to use it. Because I've been playing the pre-version 4 version of this map, doing the same challenge. Only since I learned quite a bit on that, so I changed things very slightly for this, and I hope it works. One mistake I made on the other go at this is I bought everything right at the start, which means you're paying maintenance on everything, whether you're using it or not, before you actually first use it. How we're doing here, once we need it, we will pay for it, and have to pay maintenance from then on in. Just swing around like this. But it should give us a couple of 3 days, game days, where we're not having to worry about that. So I'm hoping that we won't be making too big a loss, and we will have the eggs to sell. But we'll have to find a quiet time, and we'll probably be after we've done these medals to go and sell how many eggs we've got. I think they're somewhere in the town, but I'm not certain, but I know the bakery certainly takes them, so it might be a trip up to the bakery. That'd be the easiest, because we know where that is. Now that will surprise everybody who's ever followed any of my misadventures on farming sims, that I actually know where somewhere is. I'm missing quite a bit of grass here, especially at the ends, and we're almost full. Just trickle up a bit. That'll do. Now we drop the weight off, so we know it's set. Oh, the weight, the marrow, so because we know exactly where we've got now, and we will just head for the gate and take this lot back. I think it's going to be 2 more load, but it looks like it's not going to be too bad a bunker. Now, Roy has told me you can take stuff from the forests and grass from the forest and that, but I am not going to. I think I've got more than enough to deal with on this. It would mean more money, but it would slow things down as well. The idea is we mow the grass, get the silage made and out before the next cut of grass. I think I already said that about this channel. I don't think it would have been possible to use it with vanilla and DLCs and add-ons before the Modern Classics pack. So this is tractors from the Modern Classics and it's perfect for it. More powerful engine put into it, into the case. It's got front loader capacity, it's got a front hydraulics, got rear hydraulics. Now the JCB would have been even better from the pack, but it's got get the words. It's got no front loader capacity, which is a great pity. Drive in there and that just flatten it down a bit more. Now we go back and don't want to go right to the back. I think that'll do. But we can always spread it out, and we've got plenty of room to spread this, let's face it. That's it, that's done now. We must remember to shut that off, because we can't pick up the grass and then we lose it. I think last week I showed the problem with that. We've already done 5 hours on this tractor and it's going to do a lot of hours. I seem to recall on my other run through on this, I'm having to service it 3/4 of the way through the year rather than at the end of the year. Because the Dusty thing's reached its 30 hours limit. I'm using I just put the latest seasons release in here, and that means I miss the service too badly. That won't actually scrap the vehicles. That's the older version does. We can still repair it, although it's going to cost us more. We got first bit done. It's 18 minutes gone at the moment. I'm keeping an eye on the timing. We're cut across this field. It's not ours, but alright now. So we can cut across it, no problem. I can't remember which way round we were going here. My memory is not very good. See if we can see which. Oh yeah, coming from the top. Now I want to come a little way away because I want to make certain I get all the grass that's been mown, as much as I can. We'll never get it all. Alright, that's it. Switch that on. Quick check to make certain the back door's shut. It is. It's a bit cheaty. I should get out to check up the. I think there's a limit to how far you can take these things. I think we're going to get this. I think we will fill this up again from here, and we will probably get a part load. And because I'm using seasons, I can't cut grass and put it to one side for the cattle later. And for the cattle from now on, I will be cutting from the sheep meadow. All what's in the two main meadows will be going for silage. And towards the end of the year, depending on how things are running, I might well cut the sheep meadow completely before it gets to the point where there won't be any grass in there to put into silage. Looks like it's the end here. We ain't got that much more to do. Oh, it looks like we've got everything there. Well, this might be the last lot. In which case, our next job is I will compact it off. Do most of the compacting off screen, because it's. If you think this is boring, just running back and forwards on a BGA on a bunker is even worse. Well, I never use bunkers normally, especially on 17. It seems they seem to improve the way it works now. Right. Pick that up and away we go. Another pass here, so it should be 2 passes on the next lot. Possibly another two passes closer to the hedge. Well, you can see on that little mini map how we're going. That's the better display. I forget what they call it offhand, but it's in the beta section. I seem to recall. I think it's beta. Might be in the other section on Mod Hub. But it gives me the details. It gives me what Deck had done on 15. He'd done a very good job, very similar to this guy. Let's find one of these ones. Here. I think we missed the one we wanted. Yeah, this side's all done. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 more to do. We may have to come back for a smidgen. That's a technical term, smidgen. And then I've got to weed both meadows. That don't take too long. We're using the 12-meter weeder from the in-game stuff. Now, rough working out on a odd scrap of paper proves it's a lot cheaper than using fertilizer. I'm gonna try and get round. Oh, missed it. There we are. This one will be done. Don't think we've got that much to do now. Two more. Might be a double inside the one I keep missing. There's 1 or 2 challenges about the moment. I have mentioned the CCS 101. Here's range of 3 very tough maps. Not to everybody's taste, that isn't this, but the map itself is good, and if you play it properly, allow you to get very low return. It's very playable, especially with the Modern Classics pack as your main tools and equipment. Oh, no, there's 1 more to do here and 1 there. I think we will have to come back to do about half, 1 to 1.5 strips, I think. Yes, we're getting very close now. These are very nice little pack, those modern classic packs, very much recommended, and it's relatively cheap. Yes, you got to buy it, but I would say it's worth it. It's a very nice pack indeed. Especially if you like me and you like the older stuff. If you like big farms and big equipment, no, it's not for you. But if you like me and very rarely use too much, just slow it down again. Much over a 6 metre seed. There's only a 3 metre in here, but alright, let's go away and we'll come back and do this last bit after we tip this off, and that will almost be an episode, I would say. In fact, it will be an episode. Next time I think it will just be weeding the meadows, or I might even see what I can get done off screen. And after that, the next major thing will be emptying the bunker, but I will start it by hand, I think, and carry on with course play, just to prove I can do it. Well, I want to run the course play course to check I've got everything set up spot on. If you ask BP, he'll tell you it's about the most difficult course to do is a BGA course. Mainly because you haven't normally got a lot of room to manoeuvre. And if you turn too sharp, the tractor picks up the wrong line. Oh, we might as well work a little bit longer and actually finish this off now. Yeah, we will finish this off. Pick up the last scraps which are left there. Now, I really want your help. Should I risk it and get the telehandler, or should I leave it as we got it now? Just the tractor doing everything. No, I'm not going to run into that because I will only get caught on it. Don't ask me how I know, I just know. And we're going a little bit closer to that. I think that'll do. Couldn't remember the key presses there for a moment. Take it down again, have a quick look. Yeah, it's going down. Right. Back we go for the last bit. This time I've got to remember to bring the mower back with me. We're trying to make money with 20 cattle, with milk prices depressed, silage prices depressed. It's not an easy task. Because it's easy enough to play it. You could do it if you play it on easy, and I think medium, but on hard difficulty it is hard. You could certainly do it if you put growth mod in. You wouldn't have to worry too much about feeding the cattle much dirt for most of the year. You know, it should get sunnier later according to the forecast. Already have lights on, but there's no one else on the map. No one's going to see me. I can't remember which way around I was going, so we'll take a quick look. I think we were coming up the field, I think. were we? No, we were going... we were going down. I was wrong. Oh. The little bits of grass were left here I'm going to leave. Oh yeah, you can see now. If I'd have looked at where the grass was, I'd have noticed. My memory is not the best in the world. And away we go again for the last knockings. I might just do a couple laps around the headlands again just to pick up the ends which I missed. Don't think it's going to make much difference really. With the amount of money we get for silage. But this is the only way I can really make money. Milk sales are not brilliant. Make money on the milk during the winter normally. When you get a boost which has been put in by seasons. The boost winter because you haven't got grass during the winter. But this is the last bit, so we will just go one quick lap around the outside, see if we can pick up a bit more. And I'd like to thank again Cavalier Roy for this map, and I hope he's happy that somebody's taken on his challenge. Someone's mad enough. I just don't think we're picking much up here. Oh, there's a little. By doing it by hand I can get a little bit more out here because you can go right up to the field edge. Although right, I think the top end here you can't because the definitions overlap not onto the actual defined area of this field but to the outskirts of it. Another bit here we missed. I'm not going to go back and get the rest of it. I'm just going to go get a little bit in here and there. In fact, I think we're just about done now. Even when you do this on AI, you miss quite a bit. Well, probably not that surprising on AI. They never decided to take every scrap up. I want to be getting a bit closer here. We get a little bit more right. Yeah, it's right on the edge. And we just. Alright, let's fold that. Go back. Shut that off. We're done. Shut off GPS. Let's get the hell back. Right, on the way back I shall do my little rundown at the end. Thank you very much for watching. If you like what you saw, please consider leaving a like. If you're not a subscriber and wish to see more of this mayhem, feel free to subscribe. Any comments, questions, queries, suggestions, feel free to post them, but I will not be using any other mods except for what I already got on here on this challenge. I don't want to make it easy. It's meant to be just that. It's a personal challenge. It's one I've set myself. Unlike the 24 hours at times 15, which was very interesting. On actually the earlier version of this map, version 3 I think, 2 or 3. Which I enjoyed immensely. This is a hell of a lot different to the version I used there. There's a lot more there was a lot more space in the yard on the version I used for the 24-day challenge. Oh no. Well, I just drop off the... where shall I drop it? I can't drop it in there. Can we just drop that in here? Yes, yeah. And you see I'm not using things like manual attach over on here. It's certainly not more realistic. Much as I enjoy playing with that model, I haven't got a map now I'm using it on. I haven't just dropped it off Blickling. We try and get that in between those two heaps. Yeah, here we go. That's it. How far do we get? Oh yes, I'm just going to get my screenshot. I'm going to just drop this off here. I'll put it back probably later. Let's see if we can get ourselves stuck. Now, the secret I found with these is to take these a little at a time. The old, what should have been the First World War tactic of bite and hold, but if not, you get yourself in a real muddle. Take it down a bit at a time. Even though you get yourself beached, then that's no fun. Alright, so I think I shall just it's me saying cheerio for now. Cheerio.